Hey y'all, so in today's video, I want to talk about the things that I've learned in the year 27 and the things that I am praying and believing for in the year 28. Hey y'all, so my birthday was on January 15th and your girl turned 28 years old. Wow. I feel so old. I cannot even explain. I know I'm still in my 20s. That's what I've been telling myself. But wow, your girl feels like wow. So, before my birthday, I just don't know. Like I just go into this like state of like reflection and just, thinking about the things that, I've accomplished or done in the year, prior. So in the year of of being 27, I just kind of was just reflecting and just, being grateful and just also thinking about some of the things that, I could have done better or improved on. And so I just kind of want to talk about that in this video. I want to share this a lot sooner, like closer to my birthday, because I think by the time this gets posted, it'll be February, but it's okay. um, but I just wanted to share it because for anyone who is in their mid to late 20s, about to enter their 30s, um, I feel like I'm not the only one who has some of these thoughts and feelings that I'm about to share. So I just figured, yeah, I'd share. So one of the biggest things that, I experienced, while being 27, or just in the past year, was that there were a lot of close calls. And I was constantly like asking God, like, if you didn't even like want me to have this job or have this opportunity or whatever the situation is, why did you even allow me to get it? Why did you even present it to me? Like why? Like why? 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 And so I just kind of was thinking about that in my life, like whether it was a job that like seemed so perfect and seemed so great, it just didn't work out. And I was like, I was minding my business. Why? Or, whether it just be in different situations. I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong? Like, I literally got to a point where I'm just like, okay, let's do let's do an evaluation because I'm very open to constructive criticism. I'm very open to learning how I can improve myself to be better in the future. So I'm like, okay, let me like take a step back. And I'm always, asking for feedback or seeking out feedback, from individuals or, whatever experience that I may face that it doesn't work out or what have you. And it's like the feedback I get is like, you were great, but we just want someone more experienced. It's like, you're great, but I just don't know why we can't move forward with you. Like, and I'm just like, so that's kind of how I was thinking. And I was getting a little frustrated or a little down because I'm just like, yo, like these close calls, it's like this close to something that you want and then it just doesn't work out. And I had to really change my perspective and kind of just think to myself, okay, instead of trying to focus on like what you could have done different or how you could have changed or all this stuff, why don't you take it as opportunities of growth, opportunities of figuring out what you like and what you don't like. When it comes to even when it came to like that job, like I saw things like, okay, I really like this and I really want this in a job and I really want this. Like I was able to hone in to some of the things that I'm looking for that I didn't even know that I was looking for. And in other situations, I was just like, okay, I like this and I like this and I don't like this. So that really helped to figure out some of the things that I'm looking for and that I want. And I was like, wow, like these situations weren't a waste. These experiences weren't a waste. These opportunities were not a waste. It was a way to kind of refine some of the things that you're looking for and kind of just like train your thoughts and your eyes, I guess, and just like your heart to be more keen to what it is that you want, so that way when you do come across exactly what it is that God wants for you or and needs for you, you'll be able to identify it easier. What? So that was one of the things that, like, when I was reflecting, because I was just like, man, like, I could have been here, I could have been there. All these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And I'm just like, okay, but take from all of those situations the fact that you are now much more refined in your thinking and in your thoughts and in your discernment. A lot of times people ask, like, how do you get discernment? How do you, honestly, one of the things that I found is that when you are put in certain experiences or opportunities or moments or what have you, and it doesn't work out, and then you see, like, okay, it didn't work out because of X, Y, and Z, or I didn't like this, or I really like this, or this is something that I desire more now that I didn't even know that I desired before. That's how that discernment is built, because then it's just like, okay, now if I see this in the future, I'm gonna know, okay, yes, this is what I want. Or if I see something that, like, I didn't like, and I see that, I'm be like, okay, no, this is not what I want, and I'm not gonna move forward with this. So I just, I feel like the year 27 was just building that discernment and just building that, figuring out what it is that you want and don't want. I feel like that's like the perfect time for your 20s, because it's like the time when you get to figure out life, learn about who you are, figure out what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. And that's so important. And, I was starting to become a little ungrateful about, like, I'm like, oh man, like, at this age, I thought, like, when I was like 12, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be making all this money, I'm gonna be married and have a child by now and have my beautiful home. And I'm 28 and I live with my parents. And I'm working to just pay off a good chunk of debt. And when you have that perspective, of course it's gonna sound like wow, like you're behind in life. But when I was reflecting, it was really just kind of like, you need to change your perspective to recognize that, like, you are exactly where you need to be. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. I'm grateful I have a job. I am a doctor, a doctor of pharmacy. I may not have like some of the things that I thought I wanted to have at this time, but God's timing is perfect. And I'm just trusting and believing that as, I continue to grow in Him, that He will just continue to work in me and show me the things that I need versus the things that I want. So that was something that, like, that was like the biggest thing that I like took from like being 27. There were a lot of close calls, and I'm grateful for every single one of them. And my prayer this year for 28 is that there just be home runs, that there be touchdowns, that it won't be close calls this year, but it will be, this is it. This is what you've prayed for, and this is what you've been looking for, and you are in it, you are living it, and this is not a close call this time, that this is the home run. So that's like my prayer for this year, and I just pray that all that I've learned from 27 and before, in my 20s, that it's just been opportunities to refine my discernment. And I'm just grateful for that, So I'm excited for 28. I keep saying I'm in my 20s because I am. And after this year, I have one more year of being in my 20s, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, and just looking forward to what God is going to do, what He's already doing. I say this all the time, like, God has beautiful plans for us, but sometimes it's scary, because sometimes He's taking you down roads that just, you never been there, and you're like, okay, Lord, it's kind of dark. He's just like, I will be your light. I will direct your path. Just trust me. Commit your ways to me. Delight yourself in me. So, yeah. So that's like something that I'm looking forward to. So if you are in your late 20s, really don't be discouraged if you're not where you thought you would be. by this age. That's okay. You're exactly where you need to be. And I think one of the things that like I also really said that I want to do for this year is that like I have all these like dreams and things in my head of what I want to do. I kid you not. Like it's like crazy. Like it's just like all these things and it's just like God is just like just do it. Like what are you waiting for? It's like I was just thinking the other day, I'm just like, I'm always waiting for like the perfect moment or like the perfect opportunity or perfect thing. And it's just like, just start, just do it. Just like, just do it. You never know what's going to come of it. And like, y'all know me, I'm a hard worker. Like, y'all know I work hard and I know this about myself, but yeah, I don't start certain things because I'm just like, it has to be the perfect time. It has to be this, it has to be this. And it's just like, but you know, you work hard and you're going to get it done. You're going to get it finished and you're going to figure it out, especially when you have the Holy Spirit leading and guiding you, like you're gonna be fine. So why don't you just start? And it's like, yeah, you're right. Why don't you just start? So there's just some things that I am planning on doing. Yeah, so I'm just excited for this year. I feel like this is just gonna be a year, like I said, of home runs, touchdowns, wins. Like last year was just a lot of like refinement, I feel like, and so I just pray that this year is a year where um, those lessons learned and the discernment that has grown is utilized. And yeah, I had a very low key birthday this year. The past couple years have been low key birthdays, and I honestly feel like I prefer it. I like went to the spa with my friends, and it was just so relaxing. It was so great. Like I took like a nap. Like it was like one of those day spas, so they have like saunas and you can go in like the infinity pool. It was like outdoor pool, but it was heated, so it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. It like worked. But yeah, it was great. Then we like went out to dinner and then came back and cut cake with my parents and then they spent the night. So it was just like a really great birthday to just, relax and reflect and just enjoy this new age. I'm excited to see what it's going to bring. I don't know what it's going to bring, but I hope it brings some certain things. um, but yeah, so thank you all for the birthday wishes. I love y'all. I love all y'all who've been rocking with me since day one, since the beginning. Y'all are truly amazing, and I just love the support and just yeah, it still blows my mind every single year that I even have this channel and God is faithful and amazing. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. Y'all already know the deal. You can comment below or you can email me at behismasterpiece@gmail.com. Go out, be kind, be caring, be loving, and as always, be his masterpiece. Bye, y'all.